Shalom, my brothers. How's everybody doing? Hope you all are having a beautiful and blessed day. Today, we're going to be talking about 5 things that I've learned since I've been on semen retention. 5 things I've learned so far since I've been on the journey of semen retention. Now, before we get into the video, I'd like to ask you guys to like the video. Hit me up in the comment section if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep growing every single day. Now, let's get into what you guys came here to see. 5 things that I've learned since I've been on semen retention. And as you can see, I had to jot those 5 things down because sometimes I'll forget stuff. But I made sure that I didn't forget anything and I put 5 things on this list. So let's get started with number 1. The first thing that I've learned since I've been on semen retention, by the way, these are not in any order, obviously, but the first thing I want to talk about I've learned since I've been on semen retention is I've learned that I can do anything that I put my mind to. I've been on semen retention for 5 months. I am a young man that started having sex early on in my life. I'm a young man that got addicted to pornography and masturbating very early on in my life. I thought that is something that'll be a part of my life forever. I never thought that I'd be able to give up masturbating. Never thought I'd be able to give up my addiction to pornography. Never thought I'd be able to give up fornicating with different women, jumping from partner to partner. Never thought I'd be able to give up my sexual desires, right? So once I made up my mind and I told myself, hey, I'm finna get back on semen retention because this isn't my first time being on this journey. But I told myself, hey, I'm gonna take it serious this time and I'm gonna be on semen retention indefinitely. I'm gonna be on semen retention until the Most High God sends the woman in my life that I'm supposed to be with. And once I meet that woman and things get serious and this woman becomes my wife or at least my fiance, I'm not gonna be fornicating with anybody until I get serious with a woman, right? So I put my mind to it, fellas. I put in my mind, I'm not going to longer live a sexually immoral life. And for the last 5 months, I haven't. For the last 5 months, I have not watched pornography. I haven't masturbated and I haven't had sex. And I'm proud of myself for that. But what I learned is that when I put my mind to something, it ain't nothing or nobody that can stop me. Once your mind is set on what your mind is set on, is pretty much set in stone until you say or you feel otherwise. Man, I put my mind to it. I put my grind to it. And I'm 5 months on and I'm 5 months strong. And I'm going to keep it going on until the Most High send that woman into my life that I'm supposed to be with, fellas. So that's one thing I've learned since I've been on semen retention is once I put my mind to something, it ain't nothing or nobody that could stand in my way and stop me. The deal is sealed. You understand? So, let's talk about the second thing I've learned since I've been on semen retention. Your attitude will positively or negatively affect the people around you. What do I mean by that? I have a job, much like I'm sure a lot of you guys have a job. I go to work every day, and this is probably the only job I've ever had in my life, maybe except one other one, where people genuinely love to have me around. People genuinely love to see me walking through that door. You know why? Because I go to work every single day with a positive attitude. You know why? Because I wake up every single day with a positive attitude. On my way driving to work every day, what do I have? I have a positive attitude. I'm not sitting here crying and complaining and mad about anything that's going on in my personal life. I'm not sitting here crying and complaining and mad about anything from my past. I'm not sitting here complaining about anything that I cannot control. I'm not complaining. I'm not worried. I'm not stressed about anything that is out of my control. Therefore, I have a more positive outlook on life. I've spent so many years of my life being unhappy about things that I cannot control. I'm not in control of what happened in the past. The past is the past. Nobody walking this earth can change the past. I'm not stressed out. I'm not worried about anything that's going to happen tomorrow because tomorrow, first of all, ain't promised to nobody walking this earth. Whatever's going to happen tomorrow, That's what's gonna happen tomorrow. But I'll be damned if I sit here today and I'm stressed out about today. If I'm stressed, I'm sorry. If I'm sit here today and I'm stressed out about tomorrow, tomorrow ain't even got here yet. Why am I stressing about a day that ain't even here? Why am I stressed out about something from yesterday? Why am I worried about the past? I don't live my life like that, fellas. I don't live backwards. I live for the right here and the right now. I don't even live for the tomorrow. I live for today. I have mindfulness. I'm focused on the right here and the right now. I'm living in the moment. I'm not saying don't think about your future. Of course, think about your future, man. But don't sit and obsess over it. Don't sit and worry about things that are out of your control, man. Worry about what you can control. Worry about being here and now, man. Worry about that, fellas. Stop stressing and worrying and having anxiety about all these other the past and looking too far ahead in the future. What's gonna happen if this happened? What's gonna happen if that happened? Who cares, man? Worry about it when it happens. But until then, live in the right here and now, man. Enjoy what's right here in front of you. Enjoy the day. Because tomorrow ain't promised to nobody. You sitting here worried about tomorrow, you might not even wake up tomorrow, bro. So worry about today, fellas. I go to work every day with a positive attitude, man. And people love me for that. I attract positive people and positive things into my life because that's the type of mindset that I have, man. Let's rewind 5 years ago when I used to go to work miserable, man. Them people hated having me come around. Them people, when I walked through them doors, them people put their head down and walk the other way. Sometimes they'll walk past me and don't even want to speak. Oh, there go that boy right there with the low vibration, with the low energy. He always coming in here with a frown on his face. And you know, I used to drink a lot of alcohol back then. I used to have a lot of personal problems. I used to come brain to work. I had a corn addiction. I had a masturbating addiction. I had a sex addiction. I had a lot of demons in my life. And I was feeding into those demons. And I was going to work with those demons. And that's why people didn't like having me around, because they'll look at me and they saw a demon. But now that I'm not on that type of time no more, I'm on God's time. I'm on angel time. Like my boy, he know who he is. I'm on angel time now. I'm doing the work, the will of the Father, and I go to work. I live my everyday life with a positive attitude. That's why I attract positive people into my life. That's why I attract positive things into my life. I attract opportunities that I can grow from. I attract that into my life. I no longer attract burdens into my life. I no longer attract people that just want to use and abuse me into my life anymore. I don't attract low vibrational people into my life anymore. Everybody see me coming through them doors now and they love me, man. And y'all think I'm lying. One day I really wish I could somehow hide my phone on my body somewhere and just record it and just show y'all my everyday walkthrough of my job and show you how everybody just, oh, hey, what's going on? How you feeling today, brother? It be white folks, white men, white women. What's up, brother? How you doing? Because that's how I talk to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not offended by it, but I'm just saying. I call them brother. I don't care what color they are. And they call me brother back, and I don't get offended, man. Because I love them people, man, because they love me. You know what I'm saying? I'll never go back to being that guy that's on the low vibration, bro. But I'm sorry, man. I know I'm getting kind of I'm getting kind of long with it and probably got a little bit off track. So I apologize for that. Let me get back to the video. But basically, your attitude will affect people around you. Your positive or negative attitude, whatever your attitude is, that's the type of lifestyle that you're gonna have. You live a negative life, man, you're gonna have a negative lifestyle, bro. You have a negative mindset, you're gonna have a negative freaking life. But if you have a positive mindset, a mindset of abundance, that's the type of life you're gonna have, man. And that's the type of life I want for you. Whether you want semen retention or not, that is the type of life that I want for everybody watching this video, fellas. Now let's talk about the third thing I've learned since I've been on semen retention. I've learned that all women are not the same. What do I mean by all women are not the same? Let me tell you guys something, man. I'm one of them guys that all my life, I used to think all women were 304s. I used to think all women were for the streets. I had no respect for women. I used to cheat on women. I used to call women out their name. I used to be very disrespectful to women, man. And I ain't gonna lie. And I should be ashamed of myself because I grew up in a house full of women, man. You understand what I'm saying? My mama, my two sisters, You know what I'm saying? I had my stepdad was around, but once him and my mom split up, it was just me, my mom, and my sisters. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in a house full of women, bro. And my whole family it's more women in my family than it is men. You understand? It's like the women completely outweigh the men in my family, dog. It ain't many men in my family. I grew up around straight, almost all women, damn near. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like the way that I used to treat women, man. I'm ashamed of that, man. I'm ashamed to even think about sometimes how I used to treat women and talk to women, man. And I used to think all women were the same, but since I got on semen retention and I started attracting like like higher quality, better women into my life, I realize now that all women ain't the freaking same. For example, man, I met a beautiful lady a couple of months ago, man, and she was outside half naked. You know what I'm saying? And of course, me being a man, even though I'm on semen retention, I'm a godly man. Of course, me being a man, I see some booty cheeks, I see some breasts, I see some cute feet. Oh, it's like my antennas went up. Oh. We talked. She actually approached me. We talked for a second, and I don't even remember other than her giving me her phone number. All I heard was blah 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 blah. Because the whole time I'm talking to her, I'm looking at her body, right? You know, I'm on semen retention. I'm a godly man, but I'm still a man. You understand? I'm looking all at her toes. It's like from the toes on up to her breasts. That's all I was looking at. She was talking, but I wasn't even really hearing what she was saying. So fast forward, I actually spoke to this lady recently, man. And when I heard the words that were coming out of her mouth, the words that were coming out of this lady's mouth did not match the impression that I got from her when we first met. Because I promise you, and I don't mean no disrespect to this lady, but when I first met her, I thought she was for the streets. I thought she was a 304. But when I had a conversation with this lady and I saw when I heard what she has going on in her life, when I heard those words coming out of her mouth, when I heard her mentality, when I saw where her mind was at, I'm like, damn. I thought she was one thing, but soon as she opened her mouth and let me know where her brain is at, where her mindset is at, the way she speaks, oh damn, I misjudged you. You know what I'm saying, bro? You would have looked at that woman that day and thought she was for the streets, but I promise you, this woman opened her mouth and I thought she was trying to run to be the damn president. So no, fellas, all women are not the same, man. All women are not the same, bro. Every woman ain't a 304. Every woman ain't for the streets. Just because that's the type of women we used to, and that's what was portrayed in the media. Go for them women that twerk all day. Go for them women that's on the internet half naked. Go for the women that got 5, 6, 7, 8 kids. Go for the women that are 304s. Go for the women that jump from bed to bed. Go for that woman. Every woman ain't like that, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Every woman is not like that. It is some great women out here. It is some smart women out here. It is some faithful women out here, bro. You just gotta weed through the trash to find the good ones, dog. Just like every man ain't bad. Every man ain't a cheater. Every man don't abuse women. It's a lot that do, but it's some that don't. Women just have to weed through and get through the bad ones to find the good ones, fellas. Every woman ain't the same, and that's what I've learned since I've been on semen retention. Every woman is not the same. So give them a chance. The fourth thing I've learned since I've been on semen retention is people are haters, man. I've known all my life that people hate to see other people that are doing better than them. But you want to know something, man? I've learned that people from my past, especially, whether friends or even select family members, people from my past that see me in the path of life that I'm on now, they hate that. They used to seeing me drunk. They used to seeing me high. They used to seeing me cheating on women. They used to seeing me fornicating with multiple women. They used to seeing me cursing and just being angry and mad at the world and F everybody and I hate everybody. And man, they used to basically seeing me not live a godly life. But now that I'm not drunk, now that I'm not on drugs, now that I don't have sex, Not that I don't have any addictions. Not that I'm no longer living a sexually immoral life. Now that I'm reading the Bible every day. Now that I'm praying every day. Them people from my past freaking hate me for that, bro. Because I'm learning that people from my past wanted me to stay beneath them. No, you ain't nobody for me to want to be up under and stay beneath, man. Period. I don't care who you are. I'm on a high vibration now. I'm on some godly stuff. I'm on some positive stuff. I make content on YouTube for my brothers that I want my brothers to live a better life. I don't want my brothers to be a slave to their sexual lust. And I share my life story with strangers that I don't even know. And I put it on YouTube because I want people to hear my story and see my struggle and listen to the battles that I've been fighting all my life and learn from my mistakes, man. So they don't have to live their life going through them same trials and tribulations I did, man. I'm just trying to help people, bro. I try to save people from themselves, and people come around from my past and act like I'm wrong for that, like I'm fake, like I'm phony. How I'm fake and phony, and I'm trying to do what God wants me to do with my life, and that's help people, man. This is my life mission. It's to save a soul. That's all I'm trying to do is help people and prevent people from making the same mistakes that I made, man. I'm wrong for that because I want to help the next person. My name is Shalom for a reason. My name is Shaquille Shalom for a reason. All I want to do is push peace. But when I got people into my life, coming back into my life from my past, and then got people in my comments leaving me negative comments all the time, sometimes, yes, it does make me go back to my old ways because as peaceful as I am now and as godly as I am now, you can only poke the dog so many times before the dog turn around and bite you. But that's what people want. People want you to crash out. People want you to go against what you stand for. People want you to go back to your old ways, man. People want you to become a contradiction of yourself. You know what I'm saying? I push peace over here, man. So why are you coming back into my life trying to get me to go back to something I don't want to be anymore? But that's just life. People want you to crash out. You want to pull me back. You got a crab in a barrel mentality. And because I overcame our circumstances and I'm becoming a better man and I'm trying to help people, you want to pull me back down to your level. And you cannot do that. You know why? Because now that I have God in my life, you can't pull me back to your level, dude. You can't even touch me. I'm sealed with the protection from the Most High, and you can't do nothing about that. You can't even touch me. Your mind can't even fathom the thoughts that go through my mind, the thoughts that the Most High puts in my brain. You can't even fathom that. And you mad. But it is what it is. I wish you the best. All of y'all. Because I'm going to do me regardless of how you feel about it. Because I'm doing the will of the Father. What you doing is hating on me. So keep hating. You're pretty good at your job. The fifth thing that I've learned since I've been on semen retention is God blesses the righteous. And it's actually a Bible verse that I want to read off to you guys. I want you guys to turn your Bibles to Psalms chapter 5, verse 12. I'm about to pick up my Bible and I'm gonna read it off to you guys, but I'm gonna also put it right here on the screen. So in case you don't have a Bible on hand, I'm gonna put the verse right here on the screen, okay? All right, so Psalms chapter 5, verse 12. I'll meet you there in a minute. Okay, fellas, if you got your Bible on hand or if you just want to read the verse that I'm about to post on the screen, feel free to do so. But here we go. Psalms chapter 5, verse 12. For you, Lord, will bless the righteous with favor. Will you compass him as with a shield? Let's read it again. For you, Lord, will bless the righteous with favor. Will you compass him as with a shield? Fellas, since I've been on semen retention, I've learned that being on this journey is, in other words, a way for you to live a sexually moral life. Once you're living a sexually moral life, you are living the life that the Most High God intended for men and women to live their life. You're not masturbating, you're not watching unholy videos, and you're not fornicating with multiple partners, right? Fellas, listen to me, man. This is the best that I felt in my life. I feel every day that I don't fornicate, don't masturbate, every day that I don't take a drink of alcohol, every day that I don't indulge in any kind of activity that's gonna lead to an addiction. I feel closer to the Most High every single day, and my blessings come in abundance every single day. It don't matter if it's some small and minute, like a couple dollars. It don't even matter, man. I catch so many blessings, man, and I know these blessings are coming from God because God see me living a righteous lifestyle. It's all I'm saying, man. God will bless the righteous always. It took me all my life to realize that, man, because one, I never was close to God in my life when I was growing up. And even, as a teenager, my early 20s, mid 20s, and even in my late 20s, bro, I never was close to the Most High, man, unfortunately. But since I got closer to the Most High, since I found the light, or I don't know, maybe the light found me, and now I live a more righteous lifestyle. I live a godly lifestyle. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I don't sin at all. I'm not saying anything like that. All I'm saying is, since I've adopted this mentality of being a God-fearing man, which means I don't want to do anything that the Most High will frown upon. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do anything that I feel like Jesus wouldn't do. Not comparing myself to Jesus, but I try to live the most godly life that I can. I'm not perfect. I fall short of the mark all of the time, man. All the time, bro. Just because I have God in my life and I pray and I read the Bible every day, that don't mean I'm perfect. That don't mean I'm exempt from sin. It don't mean none of that. Because in one way or another, I sin every day. I don't sin when it comes to sexual activities, but I sin in other ways, bro. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not perfect, but I know I'm living a more righteous life than I've ever lived in my life. And I've obtained multiple blessings all the time for that. And I'm gonna keep living my life like that, fellas. You understand? So, man, thank you guys, man, again for watching the video, man. Quick rundown of what I learned since I've been on semen retention. 5 things I've learned. The first thing is I can do anything when I put my mind to it, fellas. You can too. Number 2 is your attitude will have a positive or negative effect on the people around you. So be mindful of the attitude that you walk around with, fellas. Number 3 is all women are not the same. No, all women are not for the streets. All women are not 304s, fellas. It really is some good women out here, but unfortunately, sometimes we have to play the field and go through the bad ones to find our way to the good ones, fellas. But there's some great women out here, bro. You just gotta find them or let them find you. Number 4 is people hate to see you on a high vibration. People from your past, especially, will test you. People want you to crash out. People want to drag you back to your old ways, bro. And you got to be a strong-minded person. You got to have thick skin to not let it get to you, man. And unfortunately, I let it get to me the other day, and I did something and said something on YouTube that I probably shouldn't have did and said. I shouldn't even have gave people the satisfaction of knowing that they could get a reaction out of me. But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Because I know God got me. I know I'm sealed with protection from the Holy Spirit, man. So I ain't even worried about them people, man. Them people ain't nothing but the devil's minions. They can't even touch me, bro. Little do they know, they can't even touch me. You know what I'm saying? And last and most certainly not least, and honestly should have been first on this list, God blesses those who are righteous. See Psalms chapter 5, verse 12. God blesses those who are righteous, men and women, man. Live a righteous life and you will be rewarded for your righteousness. Thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate your time. I appreciate chopping it up with y'all, man. If you haven't already, like the video, hit me up in the comment section and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, man. I love you guys. Appreciate you again. Until the next video, take care. Shalom.